What's up, everybody? Back in the shed again, and I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to make a ring for this p28. Because let's either use the stock one, which is a crazy stupid gap on it. I don't know the thousandths, but it's way more than 25. Put it that way. So I have a ring here off of, I believe it's not a 350 ring like I told you the other day. I realized that cylinder, or that piston that I was playing around with, was from the clamshell cylinder from the 2145 that I got from Aaron. And luckily that ring is almost exactly the same size. It's a little bit big. See that? There's two rings there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire up here's the stock one. See that gap? Hellacious gap. Oh, you can't see nothing, can you? Anyway, here. There's the gap. Monster gap. Even when it's closed up inside the cylinder. I'll show you here in a minute. I'll just lay this 2145 ring right behind it. So spread out, they're practically the same ring. I know that 2145 cylinder or piston almost fits this jug, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the chain sharpener, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this ring in there and then just pinch it and keep pinching it on the wheel until I get the desired ring gap that I want. It's not gonna have little cutouts in it because I ain't gonna spend the time to do that. Or I don't know, ADD might kick in like it always does, and I might end up actually doing it. We'll see. It just depends on how patient I am and how distracted I get with 20 other things. Because if you can't tell from any of my videos, this shop is a mess. I mean, it's a disaster all the time. I'll spend a whole day and I'll clean it up, and within one day and a half, two if I'm lucky, it's a disaster again. So let me get you guys set up and I'll show you. Alright, so first I'm going to show you the gap that's in here already. See that? That is a monster gap. Got a hair in my mouth. So we're gonna try to reduce that at least by half, because that's obnoxious. That is insane. I can't believe this cylinder wasn't all black, or the piston. I mean, look at the piston. It's not even all black. Even over here where the locator pin is at, it's a little bit. That right there is where the locator pin is, so you can see it. Let me shaking. So we'll get that out of there, and I'll show you here in a minute. Enough of me rambling. Don't mind the flaps of paper. I should have took them off when I put that new disc in there, but I never did. As you can see, it makes a little bit of noise. Boy. Okay. Anyway, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick this ring on here. All I'm going to do is pinch it. I know at least those two little bevels have to come out in order for the ring to fit. And it's still a little bit tight. Do it a little bit more. Hopefully this don't oval the ring too much. We'll try that. Okay. There's our new fit. Half of what the other one was. I got a little carried away on that last grinding. I wish I would have paid a little closer attention. I might get that brand new ring out of that 346 and see how it does. Also, what is the EP? Anybody know? If you do, let me know. Because I don't know what it is. But that's still going to be too tight on the locator pin. So I think I am going to go ahead and notch the back of those out just a hair. So that way it fits around the locator pin. And then we'll have a new ring. Okay, so we have a new ring. I think it'll be fine. I've done this before on MS290 before, and some kind of Poland. I don't remember what it was. Maybe a 3100. But this ring is nice and sharp still, even though it was in that wore out looking cylinder. I think this would be perfect. Well, that's what we're going with. Well, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna clean the camera off real quick. I was getting ready to take the flywheel off. Hadn't had it off yet. So, you know what I mean? I kind of locked the piston down right there. Got it wedged. Look at this. Good thing is, the actual nut is spinning on the crankshaft. So the threads are gone in there. The crankshaft itself isn't spinning. So I guess I'm going to throw it together the way it is and see if it'll stay together. I mean, it can't come off, which sucks. But luckily that this saw did have spark. Yeah, because I'd hate to burn a Pioneer. So I guess I'll just put it together the way it is and see what happens. See how long it'll last anyway. That really sucks. I had no idea that it was messed up like that, or I wouldn't have put all the time into this and done this. But what can you do? So if you guys only knew the hell I had to go through to get this muffler modified, because holy shit. There was a piece of pipe in there. I got the piece of pipe. I had the piece of pipe. Anyway, there it is. It had a piece of pipe in it that came all the way up to here. And I mean, look at that. You see how gnarly that is? I just had to put on a hell of a carbide bit and just start hacking at it until I could get it all the way out of there. Boy, that sure shows up on the camera a lot different than it does in real life. Holy smokes, there's a lot of grindings in there. But yeah, I'm gonna get that cleaned out, obviously. But there's the muffler mod. Of course I'm gonna deburr that, because good. But yeah, so now these saws have like this little manifold. So now it'll come dump straight into here, shoot out the side, and it'll have all that room in there. But before, it would have to come over here, come out here, hit this plate down here, come all the way up, and then out. Now we're just coming straight out, not straight down the bottom. But honestly, could probably just run this with just a plate on it with a hole in the top up here. Would have probably been better, but this should be just fine. Probably be a little louder, because a loud saw is always better. Argue with me and tell me that it ain't. I don't know one person that's picked up a little quiet saw and was like, oh man, this is so nice. No, nobody ever has ever said that. At least not me or anybody I know. But getting close. Cylinder is on, which is a pain in the butt because it takes these little square nuts that go in here, and since the flywheel wouldn't come off, you see the hassle that was. But it's tight. And to solve the problem here, which let's just hope it never has to come out again, all I did was took a center punch and smacked it on each side like a cross, and then beat it down. That nut does not turn now. So hopefully it'll be fine. I'm hoping it is. I'll probably just give this saw away to somebody anyway. I think that would be a good thing to do with it, because if I keep it, it's just gonna get ran a few times to do a test cut and thrown on the shelf. So maybe I'll figure out a way to give this away to somebody. See how it runs first. But I'll be back when I get it put back together. Probably won't be tonight. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Thanks for watching.